quick update for you today. So for a start, I went through the images of the deer resources that I created yesterday and added this blue border to the versions which are actually being worked. So I don't have all the art that I might want to depict what your families are doing, but the fact that I've got this blue border around will work for now for telling players that there is a family working this tile that is bringing in some resources. What I worked on in this session then, what I really worked on was getting this deer resource working in game. So I added into the populating resources thing script. So now we'll get some resources spawning in the map. We added into the hex objects. So we've got both a deer object and a lodge object. So these are, we can implement them in game. Added it into the sprites list so that we can get the right images displaying in the right circumstances. And then I also added it into the hex outputs. So this is our list of what's going to happen if you have certain selections of buildings and resources, and then you apply a worker to them. So this is pretty good. I think where I came in at from this is what's interesting about deer from a gameplay perspective is that they're not as good at producing food as just like a wheat resource or just a plant resource, but you get this tradable good out of them, called provisionally here deer hides. So what that can do, that can be sold directly to fund other projects you might want to do to get gold and etc. But also it can potentially feed into manufacturing. So you could have those deer hides, combine them maybe with copper or with some jewels, and end up with luxury goods that will then A, sell a lot better if you pass them back to the mainland, and B, you can actually use them to buy influence internally with your settlers. So that's just tying gameplay together in an interesting way. So food production is not as good as for the wheat tile. In fact, it's 50% less, but you do get these bonus hides. So that will need to be balanced and talked about, but I'm pretty happy with that. Another thought just around how much benefit you get out of having an upgrade. So it looks like I'm doing about a 60% uplift for the benefit of having built a building to mine the resource. That might be a little bit strong. I think a lot of other places they do like a 30% benefit, but I'll have to play test that, see what that means. Because if you think in terms of the scaling up of your economy, whether you get a 30% benefit or a 60% benefit from every upgrade, that's quite a big difference. So anyway, hope you found that interesting. I will be pasting out another video tomorrow. Thanks all.